The Capistrano Unified School District. With 63 school campuses, 47,000 plus students, 5,000 employees, over 4 million square feet of building space, a 7-member elected board of trustees, and an amazing 97% graduation rate.
I began working here in 1993 as an English teacher, basketball coach, and journalism newspaper advisor. Public schools, when they do a great job, draw people to the area. We have about 45% diversity. It's a place where I think anyone can belong and find their place. Our career tech ed programs here help our students find that bridge to what comes next after high school.
I was teaching chemistry before, and I felt like students would get out of chemistry and then go, now what? I came up with the class so that it could give students a pathway of a potential career in forensic science. We're able to take science and apply it to a real-world situation like solving a crime. Students that graduate are keeping in touch with me. We've got one now that's at the OC Crime Lab as an intern. It's very gratifying to know that maybe I had a little hand in helping them kind of find their way.
And we started in 1993 with 19 people in the orchestra, and now we expanded to around 200 strings. Now we have 5 orchestra programs, 2 wonderful orchestra rooms, wonderful support from our administration, and we hope to keep being successful year after year.
We do Pro Start. It stands for Professional Start. It was a curriculum developed by the National Restaurant Education Foundation. A whole bunch of people in the industry got together and said, this is what we want high school students to know when they're going to go into our field. It teaches them safety and sanitation, knife skills, the basics they need to run a restaurant. We have an internship currently right now at Monarch Beach Resort. But I want to prepare them for life and give them those skills that they need for any career that they decide to take.
Capistrano Valley High School is an amazing and welcoming culture. We have higher college admission rates than private schools. Capistrano Valley High School greatly benefits from career technical education.
The project we got on behind us encompasses a lot of different elements for engineering. The design, development of, in this case, a trebuchet or a device to fire tennis balls. And now we're in the point of competition. We're testing it. They have to achieve 30 meters. The lab is pretty much state of the art. It's going through a little bit of a renovation. We're upgrading some of the equipment. All the laptops in the district were laser etched on our machine.
How do you feel like having an engineering program benefits the greater community?
We're going to have a formal process, and they're going to understand how the process would work for getting a customer, dealing with that customer, getting the customer's requirements, and then producing whatever they need.
We have a beginning class, which is video production, and video production leads to the TV broadcast journalism. They create production teams, they have to learn to communicate. Even if a student doesn't necessarily go into film, they do end up acquiring a lot of real-world and marketable skills that they could translate into any job that they do. Last year we had 4 students accepted to the USC Film School. They take a total of 56. Kevin Clark, who graduated in 2011, he makes 8 to 10 music videos a year. Very few people are directors, but underneath the director there's about 100 positions everybody is capable of doing. If they have a love of film, they have a love of making, they have a love of set design, doesn't matter.
The community benefits from the facilities and from the things that the students produce.
Being a principal is a great job. Much like being an educator, being a teacher, you never stop teaching. Our students today now compete with everybody across the world. They're competing with schools in India, Australia, Ireland. South Orange County School of the Arts worked to develop and create a mural that OC Parks commissioned. There's a tunnel there to be painted on the wall there that hadn't been done in about 30 years. We had me down there, we had our students down there, we had our teachers down there, and then when it came time to finish up the mural, we had our assistant city manager, we had the sheriff's department, we had OC Parks down there. Everybody was down there putting paint on that wall. But it's really important for us to maintain those community connections, that when the community sees a need, that we try to fill that need.
When I started the biotech program like 8 years ago, what I really wanted to do was bring research into the classroom. After taking these classes, I have students doing research at CUSD in a bioorganic lab. I also have students at Cal State Fullerton.
I think it's a benefit having teachers like Ms. Clark here who are partnering with our junior colleges. That allows us to bring in some of the materials that we need for our kids to have access to the state-of-the-art, industry standard materials, supplies, equipment that we have here.
We started the Health and Medical Occupations Academy in 1999. We partner with Kaiser Permanente. They're in all departments. They're in general surgeries, they're in plastics, they're in head and neck, all of those areas. They get to sit in and watch procedures. One student wanted to go into medicine and is now a lawyer. Some people want to go into veterinary medicine, some want to go into sports medicine, and there's something you can learn from all the different fields and still use in the other fields within health and medicine.
The students who participate come from all walks of life, students with low socioeconomic status to students who come from very affluent backgrounds to students with severe special needs.
San Clemente High School has been the center of San Clemente for the past 54 years. 6 out of 7 of our sports earned league championships. We also are a mecca for the performing arts as well as the academics. In the area of engineering, in the area of video production, in the area of the automotive, as well as culinary arts and theater. One of the great things about our career technical education program is that it offers a pathway for students that maybe don't see themselves entering a 4-year college. Student last year, one of the culminating projects was to build an electric car. This individual went off to a 4-year university and is now majoring in electrical engineering.
Academy is a 3-year sequential program where students come in their sophomore year. We are funded by the state of California to put them through a training program and to get their certifications so they can obtain and be successful in hopefully an entry-level position. Our students are required to do a 5-week internship during the summer, and they have to do 60 hours. And about 75 to 80% of those internships turn into jobs.
Mr. Caesar has been a key component of making sure that we run this program at the highest level.
When I had the opportunity to take over the AVID program 10 years ago, I couldn't have been more excited. As a former SCHS student myself, I'm so happy to be able to help them through their transition from freshman year to senior year.
Over a quarter of our staff are Triton alumni. The teachers become very vested not only in our students' experience, but making sure that they have the same type of experience that our teachers had. We help them get the money that is necessary to attend these colleges.
5 years ago, we were only at about $300,000. Scholarship numbers jumped to 1 million, then 2 million, and last year we were at 4.6 million.
Programs like AVID really take our students from their freshman year and hold their hand and guide them through the high school process to prepare them, not only to get them college eligible, but truly make them college ready.
I've been in Capistrano Unified for 26 years. We have a very diverse campus, and we celebrate that diversity through events like Dia de los Muertos, connecting with the city of San Juan on the Swallows Day Parade, working with the Ladera Ranch Civic Council. Career technical education has just exploded in the last 5 years. It's exciting to see students having the opportunity to explore careers that may be of interest to them after high school without having to go get a college education.
I've always had a vision of starting a business program at the high school level to introduce business concepts to the high school students. The students can start off with Business 101, then they can move into virtual enterprise, where students have the opportunity to create their own business and compete against other high schools.
There's students throughout the state and the nation that are competing in the virtual enterprise program. And for our first year, we won a ton of awards.
My hopes for the future is to major into business.
This class is a wonderful class for pretty much any student. We have the simple shop tools that anyone's going to come across when they go out in the real world and they start trying to fix things on their own. 3D printers, the laser engraver. But then we also have students out here that are currently right now welding right now. They're working on a truck rack. The student actually developed his own business.
I had created something that holds enough fuel. Then I've been able to make that product and produce it and sell it throughout the country.
Well, alternative schools are about reconnecting students who are struggling in other environments. So rather than dropping out or giving up on school, they can come back here to a smaller, more personalized environment. We're able to help them see themselves as successful high school students again. They either transfer back to the big high school to graduate on time, or by coming to Sarah can graduate on time with us.
Students that attend this class receive a number of job skills such as articulated robots, computer animation, video production, and they get the opportunity to work on our mill machines. We also have a new addition, which is the crime scene investigation class. And a lot of students who had no direction or idea of what they wanted to do, they now have somewhat of an idea of what they want to do.
By bringing in these types of programs where they get to sample a little bit of everything, it just plants seeds for them, things that they might not have considered, but hopefully it connects them with the opportunities they'll have at our community college and beyond.
I think that culinary arts here at Sarah I think it's one of the kids' favorite subjects. And I try to keep it industry standard, so if they go out to work in a restaurant, they're already working with the equipment they're familiar with, and they're not afraid of taking on any kind of a culinary challenge. We had a student who came to us from another high school in the district. He hated coming to school. He told Dr. Irvis he wasn't going to come to school.
And would not be graduating.
He graduated at the end of his junior year at the age of 17. Never missed a day, was never tardy. Graduated
a year early. I have the privilege of working with students who are resilient, who haven't given up, who despite the many road bumps, the many obstacles, just keep going, keep pursuing that dream of high school graduation and beyond.
I've been in education 30 years, and it's the greatest profession I could have imagined. SORA benefits our local communities in a lot of ways. We provide a great workforce. We have a number of our clubs that are service-oriented. Our facility is a great place for community Pop Warner football or our theater groups. We have a number of career technical programs. We call them pathways. We have a video pathway. We have a commercial music pathway. We have a teaching pathway, and we have an environmental studies pathway. There's something for everyone.
Class is about the energy, the environment, and sustainability. Some of the basics of energy sources, some of the fun projects that go with that are learning about hydroponic growing. And so here we have students growing jalapeno peppers and watermelons behind me. Some farm-to-table ideas on where our food comes from and how the whole system works. I had a student who graduated, became the president of Engineers Without Borders, and he is now my industry advisor for the CTE course that I teach on environment and engineering.
Well, the choir program features 8 different ensembles. In 2015, we were recognized as a Grammy Signature School. And last year in 2017, I was recognized as the Grammy Music Educator of the Year. We've been able to go on amazing trips around the world. We perform in some of the top venues across Europe and South America, all around the United States. Jason Mraz got to perform with him and Colby Calais and Sarah Bareilles on stage at the Hollywood Bowl. We enter as individuals, we work together as a team, and we leave as a family.
Since 1964, the Capistrano Unified School District has educated over 1 million students. With programs like our highly acclaimed Career Technical Education, we are preparing students for their future careers. With an unwavering commitment to student success, CUSD provides a tremendous value to the 7 cities and unincorporated we serve.
When you consider that many CUSD graduates still reside in the district, there is no doubt that the educational opportunities at CUSD have helped to grow and maintain the extraordinary standard of living we enjoy today.